I'm just gonna say, for all y'all that aren't in Texas, I think Puffy Tacos remind all of us here in South Texas of our childhood. There was a restaurant that I would go to when I was a kid, and we would have Puffy Tacos. And I know that that is the case with most families from the border all the way up to Austin, to Laredo. We all have these childhood memories of Puffy Tacos. You can make them at home, but isn't it great to go to restaurants again and go and share these beautiful times with your family? I love it. Hey y'all, I'm Melissa Guerra. I am the Kitchen Wrangler, and make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel where you get to see all of my very, very favorite border recipes. I'm here at the ranch and I am cooking for you, and what I'm cooking today is Puffy Taco Shells. Oh yes, if you're gonna make Puffy Tacos, you have to use Puffy Taco Shells, and I have an easy recipe and a few little techniques that I wanted to share with you. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's get started on these Puffy Taco Shells. Puffy Taco Shells are made at the last minute, so you need to have all of your toppings ready, and you need to have your taco filling available as well, already cooked. My next video is going to be about taco filling. However, you can also use picadillo, which is a great ground beef stew, and you can find that recipe on my blog and here on YouTube as well. So once you have everything ready, let's get started on those taco shells. For the masa, the dough that you will need for making your Puffy Taco Shells, you need 2 cups of instant corn tortilla mix, half a teaspoon of baking powder, and some water. Stir it together, and then I like to give it a little bit of a knead so that it reaches the right consistency. Now don't be afraid to add a little bit more of your corn tortilla mix or a little bit more water so you get the right consistency. We're gonna add some vegetable oil to a Dutch oven because Puffy Taco Shells are fried. Now, if you have an electric fryer, that works, but sometimes they can be a little bit small, and the taco shells, they're kind of big, so you might have some awkward moments of trying to flip the tortilla around. I much prefer to use a Dutch oven on the stove. One of the things with Puffy Taco Shells is you actually need a larger frying vessel so that it's deep. You can't really do these in a flat skillet because the taco shells will not puff as much. You want to give the oil just some depth so that the tortilla has room enough to puff. It makes sense, right? Is this what people are doing online when it makes sense? This doesn't make sense. Who started this? This is nuts. Set your tortilla press right next to your fryer and make sure that the vegetable oil reaches 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Now that you have your frying oil ready and your tortilla press set up, now we make the Puffy Taco Shells. You absolutely have to make Puffy Tacos at the last minute. Take a small amount of the dough that you prepared and press it out. Now make sure that you don't press them out too thin. When you're making regular tortillas, okay, those can be thin, but we are making Puffy Taco Shells, and so it has to have a little bit of thickness so that it can puff and hold together at the same time. Once you press out your tortilla, add it to your heated vegetable oil. If you watch my other videos on how to make tortillas, you will hear that I always say a tortilla has 3 sides, and Puffy Taco Shells are no different. First, add the uncooked tortilla to the frying oil. It'll go to the bottom of the pot and then it'll float back up. And at that point, that's when we're gonna flip it over. Use a slotted spoon or 2 separate spatulas and carefully flip it over in the vegetable oil. Now your Puffy Taco Shell is on what I call the cooking side. It needs to cook for about 45 seconds until it starts getting crispy around the edge. And when you see those little crispy edges, now it's time to turn it to the 3rd side, which is the puffing side. You don't want to be flipping your Puffy Taco Shell constantly because then it doesn't have time to puff. Only turn it twice. And after about 10 seconds, our Puffy Taco Shell is done. Pull it over to the side of the cooking pot and let the vegetable oil drain from the bottom because you want them to be puffy, obviously, but it also makes like a little purse filled with hot frying oil. So you don't want to like take it out and have it drip all over the place because that's going to be a mess. So let it drain out and then carefully remove your Puffy Taco Shell and put it on some paper towels to drain. Once your taco shells are made, hold them in a warm oven until you make all of your Puffy Taco Shells. What you can also do is make infladitas, and an infladita is a very small Puffy Taco Shell. It's nacho size, so you can actually make nachos with it, you know, puffy nachos. How delicious. So make your same tortilla, just make it a lot smaller. We're going to use a marble size piece of masa, press it out so it's a little thick, and then we're gonna add that to our hot vegetable oil. And flip it only twice, just like we did with the larger taco shells. Now with infladitas, I just put a little bit of guacamole on them. They are incredibly delicious, and you're gonna end up making a ton of these because they are so good. And once you have your taco shells made and your infladitas made, simply fill them with your taco filling. We're gonna add onions, tomatoes, cheese, a little cilantro. So good. You know, I'm always here at the ranch waiting to hear from you. I want to know your requests, your questions. You can message me at help@kitchenwrangler.com or message me through Instagram, through Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, or TikTok. Wow, I am all over the place, but just make sure y'all message me because you know I really love hearing from you. And make sure you subscribe. I am coming out with a new video every week and I would love to share it with you. I'm Melissa Guerra, I am the Kitchen Wrangler, and I'm looking forward to seeing you here at the ranch again soon. Bye now.